often react to things right away, and when things does not go our way, we react or respond instantly. But in this rush, sometimes we lose our peace, our clarity, and even relationship, and even people that are dear for us, people that we love. Hey, my love, welcome back to today's video. Thanks for popping in again, and thanks for joining again. So if you watched my yesterday video, in case you missed it, go check it out, because today it's the part 2 in the continuation of the video that I did yesterday, which is titled The Power of Pausing Before Reacting. The power of pausing before reacting. And it's very important. You can go check it out to have a full detail or understanding, and come back to watch this one. Or better still, finish this video and still go back to watch the part 1. I would really appreciate, so that you get a better understanding. And yesterday I said that this video was as this video, I separated this video into 5 parts, and yesterday I talked about why we react so quickly. The pause is not our weakness. Sometimes we think we're taking a pause before responding. Before responding, we think it's a weakness, but it's a wisdom. And I talked about what happened in the pauses. This is where I stopped yesterday. What happened in this in between 50 seconds or 1 minute that you pause before responding to the situation at hand, to understand if this situation right now is actually touching my wound, old fear, and the reacting that I'm about to react. Because when you react, you snap at, you react immediately, you start defending yourself. This is because what's happening right now is not just about what's happening right now. It's overpied and loaded with also past wound. And sometimes we use the past to start reacting to what's happening in this present. But when you take this moment, when you take these few seconds to pause, to try to regulate your nervous system that yes, I can control this, I can handle this. You try to understand that am I trying to respond or react on this issue right now, based on this issue right now, it's triggering my whole wound. You know, when you have wound and someone mistakenly touched it, it hurts. So when someone said something or behaved in a tune that triggered those old wounds, it hurts so much that you really just want to snap at, you just want to shout, you just want to cry and respond and start defending yourself immediately. But when you pause this pause, you tend to separate your body, you tend to help your body to separate from the past and this present, and know how to handle and balance the both. So today I said I'll be continuing from the how to practice the pauses. Now, I've talked about on why we react so quickly. So this is why I said you could go check the part 1 or the first video to get a better understanding. And the pauses is not weakness. Yes, I talked about it. I've explained it. And I talked about what happened in this in between when you take this few seconds pause. Then after the set and done, after this talk, it's very important to know how to practice this pauses. Yes, you might not understand or heard it before that. Why should I pause? If someone hurts my feeling or cross the boundary, I should react immediately. I don't have that time to be pausing. No, how do I practice it? How do I even do it? I have some people defend themselves with have an hot temper or hunger issue that immediately I have to respond. But it's something that you have to practice. I don't think it's something that is born with us, but it's something that you have to practice, because you're reacting all the time, especially when you have an high temper. It's based on fear, it's based on pain, it's based on trauma, it's based on old wound. This is things that you've not eaten, that you still carrying with you, that makes you all the time want to quickly respond, want to quickly respond, want to quickly react. Because when you're responding with wisdom, but when you're reacting, you're making noises. You're just making noises. You want to always make you to react, and because of this, you try to defend, explain, do things, over please people, do things without impulses. You don't impulse or allow your mind to think or allow your body to think. You allow your emotions to lead everything that you're doing. So now we'll be going straight into the video. Stay tuned. Let's keep this video, because this video is a continuation of yesterday's video and it's going to impact you. And how to practice these pauses. One of them is start small. It's something that you have to start small. It's not like you have to do it big. I've always say when you're trying to make changes in any part of life, maybe an habit, a behavior, or something, it's something that you have to take one step at a time. Always start small, because when you start big, it's not that it's difficult. It's not that there's something wrong of just starting big, starting the whole goals at once. Some people it works like that, but some people it does not work like that. You're not going to get the result, you're not going to get to that end place. And even if you get the result, it's not going to last, you're not going to be consistent, because it's not in you. You're just trying to do it and try to get done with it and move over. But when you start in one place and you start small, it's going to get into you, get used to you, and you're going to be consistent and last, and the result is going to last with you. Start small, notice small triggers. For example, someone cutting you off in the traffic, or a text that annoys you, or someone did not reply to your message. Now, someone cutting you off in the traffic. Now, you're trying to practice how to stay, how to pause. You're trying to practice how to pause. Immediately, someone cuts you out. Now, start small. Notice those things that triggers you, those things that touch those wound that hurt so bad that you immediately want to start swearing or cursing or insulting, nothing like this. Notice those triggers. Start small, something small, like someone might cut you off for the traffic. Most of us do this thing. We get angry immediately, start eating the horn, want to start shouting or fighting, whatever it is. Or someone did not respond to your messages. These are triggers. Someone did not respond to your messages. You feel as if you are abandoned, you're not respected. They read my message, they did not respond my message, they're not respecting me, they don't love me. Or someone sends you an annoying message, immediately you want to reply back without knowing the full situation of those message or whatever. These are triggers, these are things that triggers us, these are things that make our emotions high, these are things that make our nervous system want to, spiral, to tell us that defend yourself, do something, respond to this message. This person does not love you, that's why they did not respond. This person cut you off because it thought that you don't know how to drive. Things like this, your head just starts, saying different things, your body starts reacting, start making decisions without impulse. When you make decisions without impulse, when you don't even allow your mind to settle, and allow your mind to settle and settle your nervous system, to tell your nervous system that we can handle this, we need this. Because when you do things impulses, you take actions, you do things with the feeling, based on the feeling that you are having at that particular moment, based on the emotions that you're feeling. And when you allow your feeling and emotions to lead you, you sometimes, most of the time, 80% do things that are wrong, do things that are not supposed. Because at that particular moment, you're not thinking about it. You don't know. For example, you going to the mall, going to the supermarket, just picking things without thinking about it. Do I really need this? Do I really want this? You're just picking things, buying things, saying yeses, even if you don't know if you're going to do whatever that you're saying yeses about. You're doing things impulses, with allowing your feelings, your emotions at that particular time to lead you. Now these things triggers you, these things that are happening are triggering you. Now you're noticing it, the power of awareness. You are aware, you're noticing that this really triggers me. For example, someone sent me an annoying message and it touched you, it touched that whole wound. Instead of you to go spiral and your nervous system goes spiral to feel like, why would you send this kind of message to me? Why will it hurt me so much? Why will you do this to me or cut me off the track? You notice it. The first power in every healing is you noticing it. It's the power of awareness. Now you notice that this really triggers me, and you're not allowing yourself just reacting without noticing that this really hurts me and it's doing something inside of me. And the next one is, after noticing that it triggers you, it touched the old wound, it touched the old fear, before going into those flight and fight mood, before going into those mode of start having different conversation, overthinking this situation in your head, going to the past, the first thing that you do is, instead of reacting, breathe. And now, for example, let me just make this a real life. For example, someone sends you an annoying message on WhatsApp. Yes, normally sometimes we don't go through the message, we scroll on our phone and we read the message, and immediately we feel bad, immediately we feel embarrassed, immediately we feel disappointed. at that particular moment you feel triggered, you feel immediately you want to type back, you want to respond back, you want to say something back, or you've sent someone a message and the person have not replied, you want to really send that person voice, you want to block that person, this like this, breathe and count maybe 3 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 3. Just breathe, leave, ignore that message. The message is not going to go crazy, it's not going to die. Ignore the message, ignore everything right now, but just breathe and count to 1 to 5, 1 to 3, and relax at that particular moment before doing or saying anything. It's very important because at that particular moment now you understand first. Start small. First you understand that this thing triggers me. It hurts so much. I'm embarrassed or whatever. And first, the first thing that I will say that or ask myself is that why does this triggers me? Why am I so upset about this? That sometimes that you don't want to get a review from a customer. Like for me, yes, you don't want to get a review from a customer. When the customer sends you message from me as a makeup artist, you eager to check the message. At the same time, you want to pause and ask, what would this message be saying about? Is this message going to trigger me? Is this message going to make me upset? How do I feel? Then still at the same time you're still going to look at that message. Then when you look at that message, it might be good or bad. If for example the message is a good message, now I'm using this as an example, reflect this to every single part. It might be you and your spouse, you and your boss, you and your co-worker, you and your best friend, parent, whatever it is. Now you listen to the voice note, memo, or the message, whatever it is. It might be an offensive message or message that is not delighting. Take a pause, breathe in, and just relax. This is how I does mine. Relax, take this pause, and I go back to the message again. I will go back to the message after relaxing because this first moment, I really want to respond. I really want to respond based on my feeling and my emotions. But I take a pause, I breathe in, I leave the message for some minutes or some seconds. Then I'll go back, I'll listen to the message again. Why am I listening to the message again? Is because I want to get every point that this person is trying to say. If, for example, because me at that particular moment that I listening first, responding, I'm not going to get the full solution or situation of this message because I'm just going to respond in a rush with anger, with pain, things with fear. But when I listen, I go calm myself, take a pause, go calm myself, and I come back. I will listen to this voice record. I'm going to get every single point that this person is trying to give me. For example, this might not be on phone, it might be a conversation. If it's a conversation, when you're done with that conversation, give a pause. Try to rewind that conversation in your head. Because if it's a phone, yes, I'll go back, I'll listen to the conversation again, try to get every point that this person was trying to give or explain. Then I'll know how to respond with calmness because I've already, relaxed and take a pause. And right now, I'm not trying to respond with my feelings or my emotions. But if it's a conversation, I'll go back, I'll rewind that conversation in my head, try to get a better understanding. What was this person trying to say? What was this person trying to explain to me? Try to get it. If it's something that, yes, I did at that particular moment, because it's a conversation, yes, sometimes we allow things to go. Now, if it's a conversation that allow things to go wrongly, I will understand that, yes, I messed up in this particular place. I did something wrong in this particular place. Oh, this was what this person was trying to explain. This was the point. But sometimes when we allow our emotions to rule, to take over the situation, to give answers, and we are not aware that this is really triggering, and you don't understand or ask yourself, why is it triggering me right now? Why did I get triggered? Is it because of what happened in the past? And but this person is not trying to hurt me, this person is not trying to do anything bad to me. Now I have to reset my mind, reset my body, and come back to the situation. If that makes sense, I'll be moving to the next one of how to practice the pauses. The next one is ground yourself. Physically. Ground yourself physically. This happens a lot, especially if you are having this situation. If this situation is happening with you and someone, close to someone, or directly with someone, not specifically on the phone, not on your head. Yes, sometimes you have issues with someone in your head that you can't even explain what's up, but it's just happening in your head. Now, you're having this situation physically with someone direct to you, like you're seeing the person. Now this is something that you have to ground yourself physically. One is on unclenching your jaw. You know that for in your head you're trying to control your emotion at that particular moment. You unclench your jaw at that particular moment. Relax your muscles, your shoulders, just relax it. Keep it down, relax it. Unclench your jaw, breathe in and breathe out. Relax yourself. Just feel very, very relaxed at that particular moment. Feel okay. And drop your shoulder and exhale. Feel okay at that particular moment. Relax your jaw. Feel comfortable with the situation happening right now. Because now something is happening right now. This person is triggering you with their tone, with their word, with their behavior. Why? Because it's that tone of behavior, it actually touches something, reflecting back to something, to memories or situation. And right now you just want to snap, but you're trying to hold yourself with your jaw, physical reactions with your jaw, with your shoulder, everywhere. But at that particular moment, relax yourself. Try to feel comfortable in this situation. Unclench your jaw, relax your shoulder, just breathe in, breathe out, relax at that particular moment. Feel comfortable in the situation, in the conversation, so that you know how to handle it. And try to reframe the moment. Now, the last one is try to reframe the moment. Reframing the moment is ask yourself, how would my calmest self handle this? Now, I said something about when I listen to or maybe voice record or message that maybe triggered me or get me upset. First thing, I ask myself, why does this trigger me or get me upset? The second one is I I go back and calm myself and come back and respond. Now, when you go back, you calm yourself, coming back to respond. It's the first thing that you want to also ask yourself is, for example, me, I'm in my best situation right now. I'm in my best mood. I'm so happy. I'm excited. I'm not trying to respond to this situation to life. It might be life, not even your voice record. It might be life just throwing things on you. Now, I'm not trying to respond with my emotions or feeling right now, but I'm just so happy. I'm in my best mood and I'm very, very calm. How would I respond to this situation? How would my calmest self respond to the situation? Trust me, when you're not allowing your feelings, your emotions to take charge of the situation, to take charge of life, you're so calm, you're so happy, you are excited, you're in that state of mind that no matter what you say is going to get me upset or triggered right now. How would you respond to situation? Ask yourself that question, calm yourself and go back to respond to life. Let me don't say record or memo anymore. Go back and respond to life. When you're in that phase of life that no matter what you say is going to trigger me or respond to you in a very awful manner, how will I respond to life? When you ask yourself, how would my calmest self respond to life? Ask yourself that question and you go back and respond. And over time, when you continue doing this, you continue understanding that, oh yeah, it's my emotions, it's my feeling, it's my nervous system trying to do things with me, mess things up with me right now. And right now, I'm just going to, calm myself, tell my nervous system that we are okay, don't worry, I'm good right now. Because some of these things that we take with us day by day, we don't really understand. Some of these are childhood trauma, some of these are past pain that makes us to snap, respond without even, you know, we're even allowing ourselves to think about it in our head. Why? Because we want to defend ourselves. Things happened in the past that we are not healed for. We didn't heal ourselves. We didn't even talk about it. We thought it's normal, but it's still affecting us subconsciously right now, but we're not aware of it. But the first power of healing, the first step of healing is the power of awareness. And then move to point five or step five, the deeper meaning of pauses. It's not just about taking these pauses, it's not just about making these pauses, but what is the deeper meaning? And the deeper meaning is the pause is not just about staying calm, it's about emotional mastery. Now, I said something about yesterday. You taking these few seconds to stay calm or pause to know how to respond does not mean that you have to allow the next person to ride over you or take advantage of you without, standing up for yourself or speaking up your mind. But doing this with wisdom, that is when you respond. Now, the process is not just about staying calm; it's about mastering your emotion, because when you continue doing this, you are mastering your emotions. You're allowing your body How do I put this? You're mastering your emotion, not allowing your feelings and emotions to make you make decisions, impulses, do things that you're not supposed to do. Because this is the first step. You're trying to make that practice. Take the practice, practice it, and take these steps step by step, small by small, and understanding this step. Every time you pause, you teach your nervous system that you save and you're in control. Every single second you pause without reacting, you're teaching your nervous system that no, there's not a problem, no, there's not a danger, we are safe. I'm a big girl right now, I'm grown, I can keep you safe, don't worry, we can handle this in a very calm way. You are teaching your nervous system. You understand that when you've been in a flight and mood state for a very, very long time, or you've been in a chaos for a very, very long time, your nervous system have absorbed this as normal. So whenever something is happening, even if the thing is safe, your nervous system sound that alarm. It might be physical danger, or mentally, or you know physical danger, or mentally, your nervous system snap out and start shouting, there's danger, there's danger, there's danger. But when you start mastering this emotional by taking those pauses without reacting but responding, you're teaching your nervous system that yes, I can handle this, I'm good right now, I'm a big girl right now, we can handle this, we are safe, we are safe, we are safe. Now you're teaching your nervous system a new pattern. And the next one is you stop letting the outside world. And when you start teaching your nervous system the new pattern, stop allowing your emotions to rule you or make decisions for you. You are allowing you're making to you. How do I put this now? You're you stop letting the outside world to control the inside world. Now, how does the outside world control the inside world? Is things are happening, life is happening, but you're letting those outside world dictate what you want to think, how you want to react, how you want to feel inside of you. But when you start mastering these feelings, emotions, you stop allowing the outside world to dictate the response or how you're feeling inside, how it messed your head up, how it messed your feeling up. You know how the reaction tools or things of life can mess you up. It's your messed you up 100% sometimes that you're thinking it's going, for example, it might be going right, it makes your thinking going left, it's ruin your feelings and everything. But when you stay firm with your emotions, you stay firm with these pauses, you know how to respond instead of reacting. It makes you to stay firm even if the outside world is just going zigzag. It makes your inside world to stay firm and stay calm and said yes, we can handle this, we can stay strong, we are in this. And the last one is you begin to live with intention instead of impulses. You begin to live with intentions. You begin to take actions with intentions. You begin to do things with intentions without impulses. Now, you taking things with intention is that before going out, when you go out, you buying things or doing things, you think in your head, do I need this? Should I buy this or should I just keep this money? But when you take actions with impulses, you just buy it without allowing your mind to think about it if you need it at that particular moment. Now you giving responses, yes, yes, I'm going to do it. Yes, of course, I'm going to come. Of course, I'm going to do it. Now you pleasing people, trying to please people without allowing your mind to think, should I do this or not? Taking actions that are not aligned with who you're becoming, doing things that are not aligned with who you're becoming. It's you taking actions or doing things without intention but with impulses. And that's where true peace begins. True peace begins when you start doing things with intentions instead of impulses. Now I'll be wrapping up this video with this last word of advice, which is pausing before reacting does not mean you suppress how you feel. Like I said before, does not mean that you don't stand up for yourself. It means you choose. It means you choose when and how to respond. When and how to respond or express yourself with clarity, not chaos. And it's one of the most powerful way to protect your energy and relationship and the people that you love. Because when you just snap out, you do things without intention or with impulse, You tend to lose people sometimes with the people that you love in relationship because of the behavior or the words that comes out from your mouth and the way you snap out without thinking about it or relaxing the person or asking what do you mean. That's something that's very, very important. It's very important sometimes to ask what do you mean in conversations. It's very important. Sometimes we tend to be so scared to answer this question, what do you mean? It's important to answer what do you mean, because sometimes you're having a conversation with someone, the person might be saying something, and inside of it, it triggers you or gets you upset, and because of this, you want to snap out immediately or respond. But it might not specifically mean what that person is saying. The word might turn in your head because of past experience. The word might mean something else in your head, but that's not what that person is trying to say. But when you have the opportunity to ask, what do you mean, what are you trying to say, you allow this person to explain themselves in a more better way, that you understand that this person is not trying to attack you, but this person is just trying to say something that is, they are just trying to articulate it out in the best way that they could at that particular moment. The next time you feel triggered, just remember your power is not in your reaction, it's in the ability to pause, breathe, and choose peace. And a short affirmation for this before we end this video is: I am calm, grounded, and in control of my energy. I pause before reacting. I choose peace over impulse. I respond with clarity and wisdom. Thank you, my love. Thanks for staying to this time, and thanks for watching this video to this end. I do really appreciate. So this video will be titled the same name, and I think the same thumbnail, but part 2 to the next video. So when you're looking for the video, it's just together, it's close to each other, so you don't miss the video. I would love to share. If you share this video out, I would really love and appreciate it. See you tomorrow again on my next video. Don't forget that I love you and I got to your peace.